Good morning, it's American Bob. Let me explain some things to you. Alrighty, I went to sleep last night, and what I took was 2 antihistamines and some Seroquel to sleep. Okay, let me explain something to you. You know how angry I am at doctors. I'm going to be calling I don't know, both, I think. I'm going to call Dr. Pruneville's office at Novant and also Dr. Sagar of Atrium. I'm going to tell them I'm back on taking my antibiotics, my erythromycin. Now, guys, every muscle in my body is aching. All my joints are aching. It is, as I said, the reason why I'm upset with doctors is they don't care. You know, Dr. Roz is in another world. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with that woman. I really don't. When I'm talking to her, I feel like saying, are you listening to me or are you thinking about something else? What really just angers me more than anything is the fact that I feel like absolute hell today. I really do. Now, I'm back on the erythromycin primarily to take care of the bacteria in my stomach of where the antacids is getting rid of the acid in my stomach. Now, I don't know. They're talking about some kind of rededicate 250 a national jubilee of prayer, praise, and thanksgiving. The Whitaker Speaks, I don't know who this guy is. Basically, he's saying that our country is turning into a Christian nation and all this stuff. But, my whole thing is that I'm going to be laying back down and sleeping for the rest of the day. And it is, guys, like I said, I wasn't always like this, and I wasn't always like this. I used to be able to eat food and be in good shape. Now, what I'm doing is I'm downing a lot of caffeine. And it's hard for me to swallow. I ate some pancakes. It's hard for me to swallow the pancakes into my throat. Now, I appreciate everybody, they were saying, one guy said you can't trust doctors anymore. Doctors, and I'll say it again, it's not, you got to understand medical doctors, guys. They are just absolutely slammed with patients, and they are. And there's Dr. Roz that's in another world somewhere. I don't know where her mind is. She's in another world. But the whole thing that I'm going to say is that the way my stomach feels is awful. And it really is awful. So today, I'm going to call and tell them that I'm back on the erythromycin. And then I'm going to lay down and grab my pillow and sleep for the rest of the day. It is, guys, that, you talk to a doctor, like I did at Oak Street Health. And now, don't get me wrong, Oak Street Health did a lot for me, and I appreciated what they did. But, when you tell a doctor, I want to get my health back. I want to be able to go out and walk. I want to be able to feel better again. That's all I ask for. That's all I'm asking doctors to do for me. Help me feel better. Yeah, help me feel better. This is absolute ridiculous crap. And it is ridiculous crap. So I'm going to call Cinerel and we'll tell them my situation. And the fact is that I was able to wash my clothes yesterday, but it wasn't easy to do. Okay. Now, it is kind of like I said, my dismay to a lot of doctors. And you've got to understand, guys, I'm not saying they're at fault. I'm just saying that their minds are not on their patients necessarily. It's on performing their duties as a medical doctor. So for me, like I said, guys, I'm going to definitely lay down and just basically nap all day long. And we'll try to cut my hair today if I can. Now, why I feel the way I feel, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me at all, period. You notice I got my long sleeve shirt on. I don't even know what the temperature is going to be. Charlotte weather's weird. It'll get down into the 50s, and then it'll get up to the 70s, and then, and like I said, guys, I'm a pissed off older man that wants his health back. I'm 70 years old. I'm not 90 years old. I'm 70 years old, guys. I should be able to walk, go out and take me a stroll outside and everything. Now, let's see what time it is. I need to call some doctors. Oh, it's 8:06. Alrighty. I'm going to call some doctors up and tell them exactly what I'm doing. Now, you may say, wait a minute, why are you on an antibiotic? Why are you taking erythromycin? When you're taking a lot of antacids into your stomach, the acids are gone. The bacteria can't leave, so it builds up into your stomach and causes discomfort. So I'm going to go ahead and end this right now to say that I'm very upset, and I am. And I'm going to lay back down in about 30 minutes with my pillow. This is American Bob saying, doctors, wake up and start taking care of your patients. Peace.